Welcome to the Cold Case Revival, a thrilling podcast that delves into unsolved mysteries, resurrecting forgotten cases from the shadows of the past. Join us as we uncover the truth, peel back the layers of time, and breathe life into the chilling tales that have confounded investigators for years. Prepare to embark on a journey of intrigue, suspense, and relentless pursuit of justice as we revive cold cases and shine a light on the forgotten victims.
Detective Sarah Anderson sat alone in her dimly lit office, surrounded by stacks of cold case files that seemed to mock her. Her gaze fixated on one file in particular, the unsolved disappearance of Emma Reynolds. It had been 10 long years since Emma vanished without a trace, leaving behind a shattered family and a community desperate for answers. Sarah's dedication to solving cold cases was born out of a personal tragedy. Her younger sister, Lily, had gone missing years ago, and the pain of that loss still lingered within her. Since then, Sarah had made it her mission to bring closure to families who were left with the same haunting questions she once faced. Emma's disappearance case had haunted Sarah from the moment she first read about it. The young girl, only 12 at the time, had vanished on her way home from school. The investigation had been exhaustive, with countless hours poured into searching for any shred of evidence. But every lead had turned up empty, leaving the case to grow cold, buried under the weight of frustration and unanswered questions. Sarah's resolve to revive the case grew stronger with each passing year. She couldn't bear to imagine the anguish that Emma's family had endured, the sleepless nights, the empty birthdays, and the unfulfilled dreams. Sarah knew that reopening the investigation meant facing her own demons, but she also knew that she couldn't let another family suffer the way hers had. As Sarah gazed at the faded photograph of Emma, a bright-eyed girl with a contagious smile, she clenched her fists, feeling a surge of determination. She swore to herself that she would do whatever it took to find the truth, to unearth the secrets that had kept Emma hidden for a decade. With a renewed sense of purpose, Sarah reached for the phone, ready to make the call that would set the wheels in motion. She dialed the number of her superior, Detective Sergeant James Mitchell, and spoke with conviction. "Sergeant, I want to reopen the Emma Reynolds case. We owe it to her and her family to find the answers they've been waiting for." There was a brief silence on the other end of the line before Sergeant Mitchell responded, his voice filled with both caution and understanding. "Sarah, I know how important this is to you. Just remember, cold cases are called cold for a reason. Are you prepared for what lies ahead?" Sarah took a deep breath, her heart pounding in her chest. She knew the road ahead would be filled with challenges, dead ends, and heartache. But she also knew that she couldn't turn her back on Emma and her family, nor on the countless other families who yearned for justice. "I'm ready, Sergeant," Sarah replied firmly. "I won't let this case remain in the shadows any longer. Emma deserves better, and I won't rest until we find the truth." With those words, the first chapter of Sarah's journey to revive the cold case of Emma Reynolds began. Little did she know the twists and turns that awaited her, the revelations that would shake her to the core, and the emotional roller coaster that lay ahead. But she was determined to face it all head-on, fueled by her unwavering commitment to bring justice and closure to the haunting disappearance that had captivated her heart and soul. As the morning sunlight pierced through the blinds of Sarah's office, she sat at her desk, surrounded by stacks of files and photographs. The room was filled with an air of anticipation, mingled with a hint of anxiety. Today marked the beginning of Sarah's deep dive into the past, a journey that would test her resolve and force her to confront her own demons. She reached for a worn photo album and opened it carefully, revealing pictures of her sister Lily. Memories of their childhood flooded back, filling Sarah's mind with a mix of joy and sorrow. She traced her finger along Lily's smiling face, unable to escape the pang of loss that still lingered within her. Closing the album, Sarah took a moment to compose herself before she picked up the file on Emma Reynolds. She skimmed through the old investigation reports, searching for any overlooked details or missed connections. The initial interviews, witness statements, and evidence photos stared back at her, offering no easy answers. Her determination fueled her as she meticulously examined the case file, looking for patterns or discrepancies that might have been missed. Hours turned into days as Sarah immersed herself in the details, piecing together fragments of information, and forming a clearer picture of Emma's life leading up to her disappearance. Outside of her office, the world continued to move, oblivious to the resurfacing pain Sarah was experiencing. She watched as families walked hand in hand, children played in the park, and laughter filled the air. Each scene served as a reminder of the normalcy that had been stolen from Emma and her loved ones. Sarah's phone buzzed, jolting her out of her thoughts. It was a message from her superior, Sergeant Mitchell, offering words of encouragement and support. The message read, "Remember, Sarah, you're not alone in this. We're all here for you. Take care of yourself along the way." His words resonated deeply with Sarah. She knew that she had a team backing her, colleagues who understood the weight of the task she had undertaken. But she also recognized the importance of self-care amidst the intensity of the investigation. She vowed to find moments of solace, to take breaks when needed, and to lean on her support system when the weight of the past became too heavy to bear. As the sun began its descent, casting a warm glow over the city, Sarah closed the case file and looked out the window. The determination in her eyes reflected the unwavering commitment she had made to Emma, to her own sister Lily, and to all the families seeking answers. Tomorrow would bring a fresh start, a new phase in her quest to unravel the truth. Sarah knew that reliving the past would be challenging, reopening old wounds and stirring up buried emotions. But she also knew that she had embarked on this journey for a reason, and she was ready to face whatever lay ahead. With a final glance at the photograph of Emma, Sarah whispered to herself, "I won't let you be forgotten, Emma. Together, we will bring your story into the light, and justice will prevail." And with that, she turned off the office lights, carrying the weight of the past with her as she stepped out into the evening, ready to continue her pursuit of the truth.
And there you have it, another chapter in the ongoing saga of the Cold Case revival. We hope this podcast has left you captivated, questioning, and yearning for resolution. Our mission is to rekindle the flame of justice for those whose voices were silenced, to inspire renewed interest in forgotten cases, and to foster a sense of community dedicated to uncovering the truth. Join us again next time as we continue to exhume the secrets buried in the past, and remember, the truth never stays buried forever. Together, we can make a difference in the lives of those affected by these haunting cold cases.